Hello and welcome to About 6 Acres. I'm Juana and we are in the coop because it needs a nice deep clean. This is the long-awaited coop clean out, and you could see just how different the coop looks without curtains. I've taken those to be washed and I cannot wait till they return. They add so much charm to the space. I also need to change out all the nesting pads and change out all of this litter. All of this litter has been sitting here since October 1st. Now the thing that you'll notice about it is it's still pretty clean. It's not in bad shape. When it comes to the poop shelf, we'll be clearing out all of the coffee bedding and replacing it. The roosting bars will be removed and we will scrub them and change them out, and the wallpaper will be scrubbed. We will also be clearing out the space under the poop shelf because that will be the future integration station for our little chicks. And finally, here is the brooder that the little chicks will be brought into. They will be much happier in a bigger space, and they'll also have the opportunity to hear the larger girls. We also have a hygrometer on hand just to keep track of the temperatures, but we expect everything to be in the mid-80s and the lows to be in the mid-50s or higher. The shelf, the poop shelf, is still in progress. So even though we have not done a full deep clean in the coop since October, we do regular maintenance on the coop, which I think helps out a lot, and hopefully that means that today, famous last words, I don't know why I do this to myself, but hopefully it won't take as long as it would normally if I didn't maintain it as much as we did. Some of the things that we do regularly, they're all in here, but what I do regularly is I scoop the poop, and that helps with the moisture that is in here, and of course it just keeps it clean and smelling good. The other thing that we do regularly is we change out the nesting pads. So even though in the winter they don't lay as much as they do in the summer and the spring, and the start to the fall, we do change out the nesting pads as we see that some are getting not so pretty, but also we would change them once a month. The roosting bars and the ramp are both removable, and that's wonderful because it means that we can take it outside. Yeah? Are you going to be here with me the whole time? No? Okay. I don't know what we're going to do, but everybody decided it's time to sing. So I think that means that we just have to get started. You good? Are you good, Pierre? So I love that these are removable. I'm almost done clearing out the floor, but I just want to make mention, the big reason why you want to wear a mask is because there's dried poop that is in here, and chicken poop obviously has all kinds of pathogens that you probably don't want in your lungs. Some of the dust is just Saturday lime that we put as a layer to help with mites and other bugs. So it's not all dried chicken poop. I know it looks funny when you see that big plume, but I'm going to take the shop vac and go through some of these areas where some of the bedding and the dust could get stuck. With it being spring cleaning, I just went ahead and retouched some of the paint. There were just some stains that were not going to come out easily, and rather than sit there and spend so much time, more than I already have, I just decided to go ahead and do a touch-up since I do have the paint on hand. So let me show you that. So this area where the coffee bedding goes, it's just a lot easier to paint it than trying to get rid of the coffee stains, and that's fine. That's why we have almost a full gallon of paint remaining, and so why not use it? Most of the coop is done. I'm going to do one more round of dusting, and then I am going to turn my attention to the nesting boxes. I have two girls that have decided that now is when they want to lay eggs. So it's going to be fun. One of the things that I love about my coop is that it has 8 nesting box area, which is perfect. They're all going to use one, but from time to time they might use a different nesting box, and it's good to give them the option. So these work perfect. These are baskets from the dollar store, and I can fit 8, which is exactly how many I need. The other thing is that I use these aspen nesting pads from Eat and Pet and Pasture, and one of them fits perfectly in a basket. So I don't have to worry about cutting them or about, you know, the nesting pads not covering the entire area. It's perfect. They have a paper backing, which is great because if an egg does break, which I've never had one break, but if one does, I don't have to worry about it leaking. And if it does leak, because this is plastic, I can clean it easily. What I do with these is I put them in the compost bin. Sometimes I'll take off the paper backing and I'll use them in our beds. If you've seen our onion beds, it's on there. So these don't go to waste. They get reused somewhere on the homestead, which is perfect. And the wind is kicking up, so I'm gonna get this done. I finished the cleaning, the wiping, the dusting, all the stuff that really, I'm just tired. But I finished all of that, so now I'm gonna start putting the coop back together. The one thing that I'm gonna be doing differently is that the roosting bars that were here, I have not cleaned them yet, so those will be cleaned at a later date. And I'm gonna go get the replacement ones now. Do one layer of coffee bedding to start. The biggest reason is I probably will do a deep clean more regularly in the summer and the spring. So last year I did 2 because I knew it was going to be a while before I did a deep clean again, but I think 1 will last us plenty. And I'm always asked about this bedding. We get it from Atwood's, which is a country store near to us. I think Rural King, if there's one around you, is another place that you can get it. I really like it. It's easy to sift and it keeps odors neutralized, which I think is really good in a chicken coop. I hear a little raptor. So there's 3 of them trying to fit in one nesting box because why not? They're just really, really funny. Not sure how this is gonna end up, but keep an eye on it while we finish. As I was saying, this is from Atwood's, or you can probably get it at Rural King. I haven't found it anywhere where you can just order it and it'll be delivered. We just pick up a bunch at a time just in case it ever goes out of stock. Next I'm going to put the bag of hemp bedding, and I love this bedding. It's from Eat and Pet and Pasture, and the nesting pads are also from Eat and Pet and Pasture. I will put a link with a discount code if you're interested, but this is wonderful. Like you saw when I was cleaning up, the bedding really wasn't in that bad of shape, and honestly the coop kept smells and dust to a minimum. Obviously it doesn't get rid of the dust. What this does, I think, is just weigh it down so that until you're cleaning it like I was, you really don't see all that dust and feel all that dust in the chicken coop. So I really, really, really like this product. I'm probably gonna put 2 down. They are pretty good about just pooping on the poop shelf, and then they go outside. Here's my other bag, and like I said, I love this stuff. And so all I need in here is just one nice thin layer, because any more than that, and it really isn't necessary in the summer. The reason why I had such a thick layer before was because I would add a bag every time we had bad weather, just to make sure that they had almost a deep litter situation, but it really wasn't the deep litter method, because again, they don't poop enough in here to start the decomposition process. Finally, I'm gonna add a layer of this Roost Refresh, and this is made in conjunction with Eatin' Pet and Pasture and Nikki from Purely Chickens. So she knows her chickens. She actually wrote the book on chickens. So if you've ever gone to Tractor Supply, you might have seen her book. A lot of people pick it up, a lot of people follow her, and she just knows her stuff. So this is something that she uses in her actual poop shelf. So instead of using coffee litter or sand or anything like that, she uses this and just replenishes it. The cool thing about this, and by the way, just opening it, it smells so good. But the cool thing about this, and I don't know if I can get this on the camera. So the cool thing about this is that it's a finer cut of the hemp bedding that I already have on the floor, but it also has rose petals and calendula and lavender, and all of that is in there with some herbs. Basically, I take this and just spread it all throughout the floor, and the chickens will peck at it. It's wonderful, and it smells so good. It's got all the same properties that the hemp bedding has, but it just has that added aromatic element. And I will leave a link in the description if you're interested. You can get 20% off your first order. We've been using it for all fall, so probably since October and maybe even September, and it's wonderful. I've been missing the curtains, so I'm so excited to get these up. I just put them in the washer, washed and dried them, and so all of the dust is gone, which is awesome, and it's really going to feel like spring in here. Is that your fort? Did you build yourself a fort? Hi, cutie. Is it too hot for you? The coop is clean, and there is no better feeling. Everything has been dusted. I touched up some of the paint. Like I said, some of the coffee bedding did stain some of the white boards and the white trim. So I went ahead and added a new layer of paint, which is perfectly fine because we had it on hand. We have the new poop shelf that I haven't really talked about because we haven't finished it, and the brooder that our little baby birds are going to be going into. The wallpaper has held up amazing. So it's been about 6 months and I have no complaints, and I would absolutely do it again. Definitely and highly recommend, because it was so easy to clean that back wall. And of course the curtains are back. I just love the feel of a fresh cleaned coop, and that's exactly what we have here.
It smells nice. It smells like a little coffee house mixed with flowers.
Which is awesome. That's exactly what I like. Yeah, a coffee house with flowers. That's perfect. So thank you so much for watching.
And as always, remember, you're awesome and you are loved.
Until next time.